tonight's series between the Superior Heights Steelhawks and the St. Mary's Knights. My name is Ryan Lillington. I'm joined here with Tony Bonifero. And Tony, we have an opportunity here to see what Superior Heights team is going to show up. They've played the top teams extremely well, and they've had a couple games where it hasn't been so great. So we're hoping to see a great matchup here. The last time these two teams played, it was a game-winning 3 by Ella Zachary with 20 seconds left to win it at Superior Heights. So hopefully we're in for a same type of game. The Knights with an early bucket off the tip, and unfortunately Allard one step too many, and early turnover here for Superior Heights.
Yeah, excited to watch this game, Ryan. This is the first time I get to see St. Mary's here play this year, and I saw Ashley Noble play when she was in grade 9 and then missed a couple years with COVID, so really excited to see kind of what she can do, as she's unarguably the best player in this city league this year, I would say.
Without a doubt, she, you have the likes of Sadie Graubarger and Lucy LaFrance, Cora, also very nice, well-rounded players. But when you look at not only offensively, defensively, leadership, her intelligence on the floor, this team will go as far as number 55 will help them get there. And she's just a special player. And the Knights out to a quick 4-0 lead. Allard now, she's got it low post. She's looking for a teammate. She looks to drive. She's double teamed. Uses her pivots, gets it out to Shackleton. Shackleton gets it down to Nero. Danica now. She'll get it back up top to Allard. She shoots the college 3, and it's going to be short. Rebounded there by Magley, who gets it to Senecal. Little dribble handoff. Gets it to Noble. Noble to Kent. Cutting to the basket is Zachary. She'll space out to the corner. Foul at top by Allard, number 19, and she can't afford to get into early foul trouble. Need her on the floor.
Yeah, no question. Mary's coming out. I believe they're running motion offense, a staple of Davies Agordo and St. Mary's. They've been running motion since I was here. Motion and flex are two of the offenses that St. Mary's has run, for 20 years.
Maya Ferguson now, her attempt is short. Noble loses the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Superior Heights on the sidelines out of bounds play against a man-to-man defense. Sorry, Tony, go ahead.
Oh, so I was just saying, Superior Heights has had some good looks here today, Ryan, early on in this game. I mean, it's 4-0 for Mary's, but Superior Heights has had some opportunities and had some good looks. They just need to make their shots.
Yeah, absolutely, and again, just a careless turnover there by Maya. Maya is a grade 10 player playing senior. She's certainly one of the better players on the floor, but a little rushed on the attempt at the rim there earlier, and then just throwing the ball away there. So maybe the nerves getting the better of her early on in the game. And Graubarger with the steal. She's called for double dribble.
.5:34 to play here in the first. Mary's holding on to that 4-0 lead.
Baseline out of bounds play here. Magley now has it. She gets it to Zachary. Zachary always dangerous at the three-point line. Magley swings it to Noble. You can't leave her open. And it's good.
Big shot by Noble.
Apparently I just reached puberty there, Tony, with that announcement there. But
that's all right.
Another great shot there by Noble, and the Knights out to a quick 7-0 lead. Superior Heights now. They need a great possession here. They don't want this to get out of hand early. Shackleton now gets it to Graubarger. She looks to cut. Stopped there by the Knights defense. This last few games, Tony, have just been outstanding. They did a nice job there by Ferguson. That's a better attempt by number 10. But going back to the Knights defense, this defense has been very, very stingy. They really put it to a tough core team. Couldn't find any answers on offense, and certainly a turnover there.
Yeah, that was terrific defense there by Superior Heights. Straight up and down, makes it easy on the officials, and ball goes out of play. But to your point, Ryan, this Mary's defense has just been blanketing so far. I mean, even that shot that Superior hit, there was a defender all over Ferguson, and she just made a heck of a shot.
Another turnover here by Superior Heights. In a game like this, Tony, when you're trying to establish yourself against the premier team in the city, you can't turn the ball over. You have to play strong defense, and you got to make the most of your opportunities when you have them. And certainly early on, Superior Heights has been carelessly turning the ball over. And again, I used this analogy earlier in the game prior that if this was tennis, they'd be considered unforced turnovers and unforced errors. And they got to clean that up if they're going to have any chance to beat this St. Mary's team. Zachary's shot is long. It's rebounded there. And now Noble, her shot is good.
She just does not miss very often, that's for sure.
Seneca with a nice rebound, getting it, keeping the ball alive. And again, those second chance opportunities for the Knights. And here comes Graubarger now. She spins and she curls. Move. And her shot is just a little long. Rebounded there by Emily Allard. She looks for the second cutter. And it's Maya now. A little careless there by Taya, and it's turned over there. And now looking to hit it ahead to Zachary, to Kent. And her shot is long, rebounded by Nero. Nero gets fouled by Kent, and it'll be St. Superior Heights basketball with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter. It's the Knights 9 and the Steelhawks 2.
Yeah, the Superior Heights has had some success with the backdoor cuts, Ryan, here early on. They've connected on a few of those passes. So, look for Superior Heights to kind of keep going to that and look for them to go up on a quick shot on the next backdoor pass.
Yeah, absolutely. A little mixing it up here by St. Mary's. More like a matchup zone they're playing here against Superior Heights. And a beautiful shot by Sadie Graubarger. Again, you can't leave these girls open. Noble and Graubarger, great three-point shooters. And if you're not going to defend them, they're going to make you pay. And Graubarger gets her team right back in it with a nice three of her own. And now you got Senecal, who is last week's player of the game. And now she's coming out strong here again in game number 5. And now it's Shackleton to Nero. She's at the 45. Looking for a teammate. She finds one. And Graubarger, she curls, kicks it out. And Nero for 3. It's off the mark. Rebounded nicely by Graubarger. Graubarger has it back now. She swings it to Shackleton. Gets it into Ferguson. And now Nero's shot is up. Nice. And rebounded nicely there by Broussard.
What an effort down low by Shackleton.
Shackleton's now fouled. So to your point, Tony, just a great job by Superior Heights, giving themselves second shot opportunities, being very, very aggressive on the glass. And, you've got to bring it to beat this St. Mary's team. And certainly Superior Heights has come out here being very aggressive and giving themselves second chance opportunities. And let's see if they can turn that into a basket here.
Yeah, one thing, Danica Nero, she's had quite a few looks here today, and she passed up a couple shots early on. She's taken a few recently, and I think that's good for her confidence. I've watched her play a little bit, and it seemed like she was a little bit hesitant to shoot on some open shots, and today she's been taking those shots, and eventually they're going to fall. So nice to see her gaining some confidence in that jump shot.
Absolutely. Baseline out of bounds here for the Knights. Shackleton passes up the open shot. She gets it to Maya Ferguson. She's not going to pass that up, and her 3 is good.
Ferguson with her 5th point of the first quarter. Playing well for Superior, keeping them in this game.
The Knights now back on offense. Noble curls, shoots, bucket. 13-8 for the Knights. Shackleton now to Nero. Nero. She looks to drive. Drives into a single gap. It gets stopped by the Knights.
Ooh.
And that's going to be before the shot. Ferguson with the foul. A common coaching point for coaches in basketball, Tony, is you want to pass through single gaps. You want to drive through double gaps, and and the players are reminded of it. Every time a play like that happens, right? She drives. She thinks she sees something there. She drives into a single gap. The help defender steps up, bounces off her foot, going the other way, and Superior Heights has done a nice job being patient. They've got some good looks, like you said early, and they're going to have to keep making sure that they protect the ball in each possession to keep themselves in this game. And on the other end, St. Mary's has done a really nice job of moving the ball around, getting some good looks. They're running the weave up top again, like you said, with that motion offense, and they too are getting good looks. And you can't leave Ashlyn Noble open; she will make you pay. And on the other side, Maya Ferguson and Sadie Graubarger are filling the baskets for the Steelhawks.
Yeah, no question. The one thing I just wrote a note about Noble is, I remember watching her, and like I said, a couple years back, and she must have gotten 20 points just on, turnovers and steals and then easy layups, right? Like that was her game back, a couple years ago. What's really stuck out to me today is these aren't easy points that she's hitting. These aren't easy layups that she's getting. These are shots that she's draining from mid-range. These are threes that she's making. And I think she's 3 for 4 today shooting already. So, impressive and very difficult to stop, especially if you're Superior Heights.
There she is now. Finds a wide open Ella Zachary. Her shot is long, and back comes Taya Shackleton. She looks to score in transition, and she goes coast to coast. Can't finish with the left hand.
Love that aggressiveness, though. That's a beautiful play by Shackleton.
Zachary now. She drives. She kicks. It's stolen. Shackleton's come to play. She gets it to Ferguson. She does a nice job keeping it in, but she can't hold on.
Yeah, outstanding job by Taya Shackleton early on here. Nice, I think that's her third. I think she has 3 rebounds, couple steals. Nice job by her.
Just as we had hoped, the Steelhawks are coming to play tonight. Senecal now. Magley. Noble. Shot is a little short.
Nice rebound there again by Graubarger.
She comes the other way. She looks to get it to Maya. It's a little bit high. I'm thinking Maya's teammates are thinking she's a couple inches taller than she actually is, because now that's the second pass now that's sailing over Maya's head, and she's like, "Come on, girls, I might be 5'6" here, not 5'9".
Yeah.
Noble now looking to skip it. She does to Magley. Magley. She looks to drive. Good defense by Shackleton, and again open in the corner. You can't leave her open. Boom! Another basket by Ashlyn Noble. It's a 3, and the lead is now 16-8.
5 seconds to go here. The shot clock's off. 3, 2, and Superior Heights isn't going to get a shot off. So St. Mary's doubling up on Superior Heights here, 16-8 after the first quarter. Ryan, one thing that you kind of saw early on was St. Mary's came out strong, jumped out to a big lead. But then Superior Heights was able to kind of claw their way back and cut it to within 3. It was 11-8 at one point, but St. Mary's here with the last 5 points. And to your point, you cannot leave Noble opened, especially from downtown, and she's made them pay a few times. If you're the coaching staff here at Superior Heights, obviously, they've left Noble open for a couple threes. They've left Zachary open, for a couple threes. What kind of adjustments are you trying to make right here to make sure that you're not giving these strong players open looks?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You look at a player like Ashlyn, and if I'm coaching against St. Mary's, I'm making everybody else beat me. I'm not allowing 55 to get these open looks, and I would make sure that let the other make it 4-on-4. Just stick on Ashlyn. Make sure she's not allowed to have these open looks. She causes gravity, which means she is such a great shooter. She should be getting the attention from the other team, and but they're just giving her too many looks. But St. Mary's doing a nice job driving, kicking. But I'm not helping on the other players if I'm defending Ashlyn Noble. I'm making sure she doesn't get any open looks and that she earns everything that she gets. And, she's going to be university bound as a basketball player here. And, the thing I like about Ashlyn, we've certainly talked about her lots already in the first half, but It's what she's like off the floor as well. She volunteers a ton of her time at Algoma U with the Thunderbirds program and the programs for elementary school kids that are run by Ryan Vitry and that group. And then she's also come out with the Elite 8 Basketball Academy. And, she spent 3 hours with the junior MBA program this past Sunday. And the kids love her. And she's there with a smile on her face. And whatever that young lady decides to do, I know she's going to be successful. And certainly it's going to start with basketball.
Has there been any idea where she's going to go next year? Has she made any announcements? Have you heard?
I don't think she's made any announcements,
no? Okay.
Tony. But I mean, Ryan Vitry and the Algoma Thunderbirds have certainly built a great relationship with her, and I'm pretty confident that she'll be heading to Algoma U next year. And I don't want to speak out of turn, of course, and certainly not making any announcements because I really don't have any idea.
Know. That's right. Yeah.
But I mean, if I was to guess,
which is fair.
It would be Algoma U. But she's certainly going to have options. That is for sure. And with 7 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first half, 16-8 for the Knights.
Yeah, a couple changes as number 4, Sydney Withers, comes in the game, and I believe Martina Pucci is in the game as well, and Emily Edgar now for the Knights, along with Kira Kent.
Nero now at the top.
And there it is. That's what we talked about, just that confidence to take that shot. I like how she dribbled up. I like how she took a step up and took the shot. That's what you want to see.
Angelina Broussard also out on the floor for Superior Heights. And I got to tell you, Tony, I've seen a huge improvement in Angelina's game. Again, she started off the season as just, one of the players, and now she's certainly contributing on both ends of the floor. And there's a shot by Allard that's a little long, and Kent will let it go out of bounds, and it'll be St. Mary's basketball. And I really like the touch here by the Knights, supporting breast cancer. It is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and they're supporting it with these pink uniforms. And I think it's kind of cool and certainly a great gesture. And here comes Noble now.
Yeah, it's a good look, no question.
Yeah, I love it. Magley, she dribbles, kicks it back out to Kent. Her shot is off, but here comes Noble. Kent.
Nice move. Nice
and
defensive play.
It's stolen by Graubarger, and she's going to go coast to coast. Can she finish? She does! And one!
Nice play there by Graubarger.
And she's like, I am tired of you talking about Ashlyn Noble. There's another player on the floor here with a ton of skill. And Sadie is just, she brings it on both sides. You saw the steal there on one end. She finishes on the other end. She was not going to be stopped at the rim. And just a tough shot, Tony. I mean, left-handed, contested. That's just great basketball right there. And Sadie is just a wonderful player. And she makes the end one, getting her team within 5. And here's a really big defensive possession for the Steelhawks. We'll see what happens. We got Shackleton now. They make the switch.
Nice shot there. Good look by Withers, sorry.
That's Cindy Withers. There was 16. Caitlin Allard with the 3 is off the mark. And now Shackleton on Noble. Magley now. Her floater is off. It rebounded nicely low by number 10, Emily Edgar. And that's her first 2 points of the ball game.
Yeah, she did a great job of getting it down low there. And there's that pass down low. What a pass and what a play there by number 19, Allard.
Allard upset with herself there. She knows that's a basket she normally makes, and she knows when a teammate gives you a nice pass like that, you want to reward them with a bucket. And Allard there just rims out, unfortunately, and she's going to get another opportunity here. Nero at the right slot. She gets it to the 45 to Sadie. Sadie now looks to drive on Magley. Nice defense by Magley. Nero now. She shoots it again, and it's off the mark. And Keith staying in bounds. Nice job there by Kent. And she gets it to Noble. She hits it ahead to Kent. Kent drives hard to the basket.
What a play.
And she finishes. That's Kent's first 2.
Geez, Kent and Edgar, two, tall athletes out there for St. Mary's, and they're playing extremely well off the bench, making it difficult for Superior. Another steal there.
Don't get frustrated, Emily. That frustration foul, and that's her second. That's a good 70 feet from the bucket. You don't want to be fouling there. You want to make sure that those fouls are earned, and now she has to come out of the game. And Emily's, she's one of those feisty and one of the leaders on Superior Heights. And, you don't want to be out of the game with 5 minutes left to go in the first half when your team needs you. But there she is. She'll find herself on the bench for the next few minutes. Kent now to Magley. Magley. There she is, open again. And a 3. Ashlyn Noble is on fire. She's 4 for 5. And that's her third 3 of the ball game.
Oh, what a play defensively by Magley.
Again, looking to hit it ahead. Just a little bit out of the outstretched hands of Edgar. But as a coach, you don't get upset about those ones when you're trying to do the right thing. And I tell my boys that all the time. Listen, if you're trying to do the right thing, as long as we're not making the same mistake over and over again, you're certainly not going to get in crap from me. Ashton trying to get the hit ahead there, just out of the outstretched hands of Edgar, and back come the Steelhawks. Broussard just goes off her fingertips into the arms of Kent. She gets it to Noble. She swings over to Kent. Kent now, she travels. And it'll go back to the Steelhawks. We see that about 3 or 4 times a game, Tony, where the girls will just take a step without putting the ball down, and they don't realize they're doing it, but referees have been on top of it all year. And Kaylin Allard now, she just throws it away. Again, it's these unforced errors. You hate to see it because they just kill you. They had it 16-11. It was a 5-point game. A nice bucket there by Edgar, followed by a 3 by Ashlyn Noble, and now we're looking at a 12-point ball game. And these are very important 4 minutes here for the Steelhawks. You want to keep it within 10 points. You don't want this game to get away from you, and you got one of your leaders on the bench, and here comes Withers now. She drives. Her shot is blocked by Graubarger, and back comes Maya Ferguson. Maya now looks to hit ahead, and again, just throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, Ryan, you know what? We talked about it in the junior game, and we're seeing a lot here. It's almost, Superior Heights calls it timeout, but it's not that Superior Heights can't play with St. Mary's. It's, if it was just player for player, they're out there, they're competing, they're playing with them. It's the unforced errors and the turnovers that we're seeing that are hurting, the junior and the senior team here at Superior Heights. That's good news in a sense, because those are things that can be corrected as the season goes on, right? So, hopefully Superior Heights can kind of make some of those corrections here with 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the second quarter. And you're right, bring this down to within 10 points. If you can go into the half down 10, you're right in this basketball game.
No, absolutely. And, you're right, Tony. There are things that you can fix. But, this is game number 5 now for these girls. You want to see a little bit of a cleaner game. You have to protect the basketball. And, again, when you're facing, arguably the best team in the city at the senior level, you can't have those turnovers. Every possession is so important. You want to end every possession with a good look at the basket. And when you're just turning the ball over, that's 7 lost possessions that Superior Heights has had so far, just throwing it out of bounds. And that's let's say they make half of those possessions, or even just a couple buckets out of that. Now we're talking an 8-point ball game. So, you got to cut down on the errors when you play a team like this. And certainly, the Knights defense, is not easy to play against, and maybe forcing a couple of those. But there's just been too many of those unforced variety. And here come the Knights back there, and a nice pass there by Edgar to Senecal. Goes off her foot. She gets it back. She'll get it to Kent. She's at the right slot now. She looks to drive, and she does. Gets it out to Withers. Withers bounces it over to Zachary to Edgar, and the
What a
shot is
play.
good. Nice ball movement by the Knights.
I'm loving the game of Emily Edgar here so far today, Ryan.
Absolutely. Emily's had some strong games here for the Knights, and certainly this is one of her better games. Maya Ferguson now looks to get it to Sadie. Sadie back to Ferguson. Her shot just off the mark, and back comes Withers. And she just throws it out of bounds, and it'll be Superior Heights basketball. And, you know, Tony, here's an opportunity now with Noble out of the game. They're down by 14. You know, I'd be looking. Now she comes out of the game. I was just saying, you know, give Sadie an opportunity to get some minutes without Ashlyn on the floor. Get their leader an opportunity, but she comes out for a breather now. But now Allard, the likes of Allard and Broussard and Shackleton have to step up here and hopefully get this game a little closer with Noble on the bench. And unfortunately, there's another turnover.
Yeah, you know what? We talked about how good this St. Mary's team is and kind of the depth they have. I think the depth, though, is something that kind of goes unnoticed, right? You know, when you have a player with the caliber of Edgar and Kent, you know, coming off your bench as potential, you know, arguably your 6'7", you know, those are two players that could start at teams in the city, most other teams in the city. So, you know, that's a nice thing to have, nice luxury to have if you're Coach Segordo.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think Kira Kent did start for the Knights, but you're right. I mean,
she did. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I think she did, but you're right, Tony. I mean, when you look at Edgar, I mean, she's done such a great job, and even Withers coming into the game, she's doing a nice job with Noble off the floor. So, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, this team is deep and well coached, and that's a recipe for success.
Was that Edgar or Kent that put in that last basket? Did you notice? Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't see.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I've noticed too, Ryan, is just a difference. Kind of, you know, you can tell these St. Mary's girls have been playing ball a long time. I don't know what it's called anymore. It used to be called the triple threat stance when they first get the ball, but every time, you know, they get the ball, they're pump faking, they're, you know, getting Superior Heights to kind of leave their feet and opening up the drive and those types of things. So nice job by the Knights early on to get open looks.
And there's an open look there by Caitlin Allard, but her shot doesn't fall. And Withers now, she gets over to Edgar. Edgar gets it to Senecal. Senecal looking for a teammate. She finds one in Zachary. She's open for three, and it's good.
Ella Zachary, with her 7th point of the game, clearly gets all her athletic ability from her mother.
Trev might have something to say about that.
I don't know.
Trevor, pretty good athlete in his own rights. I know you were just joking, Tony, but I mean, I said that joke here last game about, I think somebody said that joke last time about Rodney Burrows.
Oh, okay.
And that was definitely right.
Yeah.
Laurie Burrows is definitely the athlete in that family.
Yeah.
But
What a play
what a
there.
shot by Taya Shackleton! Wow. Oh, they're down by 17.
I have a hard time believing Trev ever hit a 3 back in high school.
I'm sure he's hit one or two.
Yeah, I know. Trev's a good athlete, absolutely.
More known for his maybe his football prowess.
Yeah.
But certainly a good athlete. But, you know, you're right. I mean,
and
wife Julie was definitely a stud athlete.
Yeah, and
in all sports.
And the Zachary family, you know, all of them have been extremely involved in Sault Ste. Marie athletics. And
Ken's shot at the buzzer is just off the mark. And at the end of the first half, it is the Knights 30 and the Steelhawks 13.
Yeah, Superior Heights, you know, they were able to kind of hold it together here near the end. You're right, though, Ryan. You know, with Noble on the bench, that was their opportunity to kind of, you know, chip back into the lead. But down by 17 going into the third, they're going to have their work cut out for them. So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make at halftime and look forward to a good second half here.
Absolutely. So we'll see everybody back in about 12 minutes' time. Yeah, my name is Ryan Lillington, joined by Tony Bonifero, and on the camera, Chris Card, superstar. See you back in 12. All right, welcome back to second half action here at St. Mary's College. With the Knights leading 30-13. Superior Heights with an early stop on defense, and let's see if they can get something going on offense here early. They're going to have to do something here in the first 4 minutes to try to get themselves back in the ball game. And there's Shackleton, felt that she was fouled, but no call on the play, and back come the Knights. Noble now hits it ahead to Kier Kent. She goes strong with a hard layup, and she's fouled by Maya Ferguson, and she'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, high scores in that first half for the St. Mary's Knights. Ashley Noble with 13 points, Ella Zachary with 7, and Emily Edgar with 6. For the Superior Heights Steelhawks, Sadie Graubarger with 6 and Maya Ferguson with 5. Taya Shackleton had the other 2. Kira Kent and Caitlin Senecal also pitched in a bucket each for the St. Mary's Knights in that first half to give them the big lead.
Here will be Kent's second opportunity from the line. And she gets the shooter's roll to fall, and now they haven't yet put it on the scoreboard, but here comes Shackleton again. She'll try to get it out. And
good hard screen there by Allard.
Megley getting a finger on it, and now here's Nero, and Nero's shot is off the mark.
Yeah, she's been off on a few of those, but I like the confidence she's showing this game and to take those shots.
Kent, her shot's off. Rebounded by Shackleton. Superior Heights. Ferguson. Nero. She gets to Ferguson. She drives. She goes strong, but her shot is short. And now Sadie Graubarger looks. She gets it to Allard. Allard looks to attack the 45. She's stopped there by Megley. And now Nero shot again. And rebounded nicely by Graubarger. Graubarger gets it taken away by Noble, and now here she comes. Behind the back goes Noble. She gets it to Senecal. Senecal looks, kicks. Megley for 3 is off. Rebounded nicely by Kent. Nice pass there by Noble. Zachary kicks it out. It swings into the corner for 3. Ashlyn Noble with 3, number 3. And it's the Knights 34. Steelhawks 13.
Yeah, wide open again, Ryan, just like we talked about. Cannot leave her open. Give her open looks.
Another costly turnover here by the Steelhawks. You know, they really need to get something going here in the first 4 minutes, and instead it's been the Knights coming out strong and extending their lead, and Superior Heights has to find some answers or this game is going to be over before you know it. So into the game now for the Steelhawks. This is number 6.
Gracie Wright.
Gracie Wright.
First game we saw against Cora, Gracie Wright came in off the bench, and I remember she contributed a couple baskets and did some nice things underneath the hoops, grabbed some rebounds. So look for her to, and they're right on cue. There she is with a rebound. So
rebound number 1.
Yeah.
Shackleton now looks to drive. Her wild shot is off and rebounded and found herself underneath the basket, and a couple of rushed attempts there by the Steelhawks. There's going to be a foul call here
on Ferguson.
I think that's foul number 2 on Maya. The Knights will have it, and got to get on her, girls. Noble, Megley, screen. Kent now, she walks again.
Yeah, just, drags that back foot just a little bit, and the refs are calling it tight here tonight.
Superior Heights certainly needs to get something going here. Knights playing man-to-man. Nero now,
move.
left hand, and it's good. First 2 points for the Steelhawks here in the second half. Now they need a defensive stop here. Nice ball movement. Zachary in the corner. Her shot is long, and now here come the Steelhawks, and Shackleton over to Sadie Graubarger. Her three is up, and it's just short. Rebounded by Zachary. Noble now. Senecal gets it back out to Noble. She swings it to Zachary, who's open for a three. It is long and rebounded by Shackleton. And she gets it to Graubarger. She's not going to miss from there in the transition bucket by Superior Heights.
Beautiful little bounce pass there by Shackleton.
And here we go. We got a chance for a 6-0 run here for the Steelhawks. They desperately need to get on a run here. And now Graubarger back out to Shackleton. Shackleton being guarded by Noble. Pass on this cut by Ferguson. Nice job there by Zachary to knock it out of bounds.
Emily Edgar and I believe that's Sammy Guido coming in for the St. Mary's Knights with 3:26 to play. St. Mary's with a 34-17 lead here. You're right, Ryan. That was a nice run, nice little run there by Superior Heights. As they played extremely well defensively. And one thing I talked about, and I mentioned Gracie Wright before. Gracie Wright, her presence down low, it's taking away the lane and not allowing St. Mary's to really get to the rim. So outstanding job defensively there by Gracie Wright. The only thing is to your point, they need to find a way to keep giving up the open three, right? We've seen Ella Zachary, we've seen Ashley Noble, we've seen them have wide open looks from downtown, and that's been the difference, I think, so far here this afternoon.
No, absolutely. And, on the offensive side, if you're Superior Heights, a one way to beat, a solid half-court defense is to beat them down the floor and get points in transition. And we saw that in that last possession where Shackleton pushed the ball up the floor, hit it ahead to Sadie Graubarger. She made no mistake for the easy two. And, you don't want to be facing this St. Mary's defense too often in the half court. So anytime you can push the ball up and get some easy buckets, it's going to be certainly a positive for the Steelhawks. And we'll see if they can get a few more here in the third quarter. And we're back to the 17-point lead that they had to start the half. So we'll see if the Steelhawks can bite into that. And
that was a quick 5 seconds there, I think, Ryan. Absolutely.
And unfortunately, just another one of those turnovers. But that time it wasn't an unforced error, as the Knights played great defense there to cause this 5-second violation. And now swinging the ball nicely, and it's Noble. Bounce pass to Megley. Her shot is just a little left, and now Ferguson gets it to Shackleton, looking for Sadie Graubarger. She finds her, and she looks to take it herself. What a move. What a bucket.
What a play. She was triple teamed on that play, Ryan.
Oh, she's not going to be denied. And a beautiful bucket there by Graubarger. Now you're seeing a little bit of life here by the Steelhawks. Graubarger now, they like to double team Noble. And now it's great defense there. Seneca with a turnover, and back come the Steelhawks.
Yeah, they're only down by 15 here. If they can cut this to within 10 before the half.
And a nice shot there by Maya Ferguson. You can't leave her open. And now that lead is down to 13. You can just feel it.
Yeah.
The Steelhawks are feeling this momentum, and it's now causing the Knights.
And that's what you can't have happen when you're on a run. You
and
cannot
Noble
let that
answers
happen.
with an easy two off a steal. And, when you can rely on a defense like that, Tony, it's going to result in some easy buckets, and certainly it did there. And now another turnover by the Steelhawks.
Yeah,
and
that hurts.
They're drive killers, and certainly
oh, wow. Thought that went off of Sadie, but break there for Superior Heights. But, Ryan, when there was 3 minutes left, 3:46, and there was the timeout, I was going to say, if you're Superior Heights, maybe you want to try and get this to within 15 before the start of the fourth. They are within 15 now, and they have a chance, to break this down to within 10, which would be huge going into the third. Or into the fourth, sorry. Oh, 2 shots just off the mark for Superior Heights.
Nero now with another opportunity, and this time is off the mark again. Again, Shackleton.
That's the third offensive rebound on this drive for Superior.
That's the girl you want shooting the threes, and her
Fourth.
shot is just a little long. Shackleton.
Fifth.
Wow.
Wow.
What a possession by the Steelhawks, and a much-needed possession. And, you know, they're using their height and their grit to their advantage. And Graubarger with some second, third opportunities. And now
what
Nero,
a defensive play there by Nero.
great defensive rotation by Nero, taking away the baseline pass. And now here's Sadie looking to score. Graubarger gets it to Ferguson. She loses it, but it is kicked by the Knights, and it will still be Steelhawks basketball underneath their own basket.
I was just about to say, how long is it going to be before we start to see, Kira Kent and Emily Edgar out back on the floor together to kind of match that height and get those rebounds, and Coach Zagordo makes the move. Yeah,
Coach Zagordo said enough is enough with these second and third opportunities.
Or fifth and sixth opportunities.
Right?
Yeah.
So back out comes, and there she makes
there
her presence
she is.
there.
Yeah.
Does a nice job putting herself in the middle of that passing lane, and she gets the steal. And now Zachary, she gets fouled by.
And Ryan, I hate to say, that's 3 fouls against Superior Heights. St. Mary's has 0 fouls so far in this half, and there's been a few close calls that you could argue, Superior Heights deserved a call here or there too. So, just want to see it called both ways.
Mary's now with another second chance opportunity as Kent gets the rebound. Zachary out to Noble. Noble kicks it out to Withers. Withers back to Noble for the shot. The shot is up. It's off. And it'll be a shot.
Good defense.
Oh, end of the quarter. And it's 36-23.
Yeah.
What was a 17-point deficit is now down to 13. And, Tony, there's some momentum there by the Steelhawks. They had an opportunity to get it within 10. Costly turnover and a layup by Noble gets it back up to 17. They've now gone on a 4-0 run to get it back down to 13. And, again, we talked about the first 4 minutes of the half, and now it's the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. And, they really need to get good possessions. I really want to get the ball into Sadie's Graubarger's hands as much as possible. Let's work the ball around until we get it into her hands to get some good shot opportunities. And I'm looking her way as much as possible. And then on the defensive end, you really have to make the other girls beat you. Don't let Zachary and Noble be the ones to fill the bucket. And we'll see what happens here early.
Yeah, you know what, Ryan? After that run, it almost feels like it should be a closer game than 13 points, right? So that's a testament to how good this St. Mary's team is how they can weather some storms. But that being said, Ryan, it is a 13-point lead for the Knights, but I'd be willing to bet that Superior Heights today their shooting percentage is probably, sitting at around 30 or 40% today. They've really struggled to put the ball in the net, and even if they were shooting, even if they made 2 or 3 extra shots, this is a one-possession game, and they're right in this basketball game. So, it's not all negative here for Superior Heights, and if they can just make 1 or 2 buckets, they're going to be right back in this game.
Oh, absolutely. But unlike the first half where you saw maybe a couple minutes of Ashlyn Noble on the bench, you're not going to see her on the bench for the rest of this game, and they're going to have to keep them off the scoreboard with her in it. And Zachary now turns it over. Nope, it's going to stay St. Mary's ball. Is knocked out of bounds by Shackleton.
Yeah.
19 seconds left to go on the shot clock.
What a pass there by Zachary.
Now it's the...
what defense there.
Great job by Emily Allard in that defense.
Absolutely.
And a little wrinkle there, Tony. It was the Steelhawks back into his zone. And one thing you can't do against the zone is dribble into it. And Emily was waiting there for her and got the charge to go the other way. And You know, just like an N1, Tony, there's nothing that gets your team going more than an offensive charge. And great job by Emily Allard there. And here's Nero. Her shot again is off the mark. And Withers now. Reaching foul by Taya. You know, I'd like to see Superior Heights just be a little bit more patient on offense. You know, when you have an offensive possession and number 25 is not touching the ball, I mean, that can't be the recipe for success. You got to get Sadie Graubarger some touches and some opportunities. And there's Withers, and there she is, Sadie Graubarger with the ball in her hands now, and she looks to get it ahead and just off the mark of.
Yeah, there was some confusion down here, Ryan, on the Superior Heights out of the 2-3 zone. There was a little bit of confusion between, I believe it was Shackleton and Nero down here. So look for them to kind of figure that out a little bit as they both took the ball carrier. What a play by Noble. I think if Allard would have fallen, she might have got the offensive foul there.
Noble did a nice job avoiding the offensive charge, and another 2 for her there. And now Graubarger out to Shackleton, swings it to Nero, and she's pulled the trigger about 10 times here tonight from 3, and unfortunately she hasn't had any of them fall, but certainly is nice to see her be aggressive, like you said, Tony. But again, I mean, I want Sadie Graubarger taking as many of those shots as she can, and
I hear you, but if they're gonna leave you with a wide open 3 like that, right, and that's your game. I know they're not going down for her today, but yeah. I hear you, though. I mean, obviously you want your best player to touch the ball every possession.
Allard now. There she is, Graubarger with the turnaround.
What a play.
Shot is just off the mark. And it'll go back to St. Mary's. St. Mary's with the 15-point lead, 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the game.
Noble with 20 of the 38 points here so far this evening for the Knights.
Kent now, her shot.
And that was blocked. Absolutely. Nice block on the play by Ferguson.
Steelhawks in a 2-3 zone of their own now. One thing you know for sure that St. Mary's is certainly going to be familiar with playing offense against the 2-3 zone since they faced it so much in practice. So nice ball movement here by the Knights. Withers now swings it to Zachary. She looks to get it to Noble, and
that's Shackleton's 3rd or 4th, I think.
It is, and she certainly looked like she had an opportunity there, but unfortunately she's just a little bit late, and it'll be her 3rd or 4th foul, and she'll come out of the game for Caitlin Allard. Allard will come into the game now for the Steelhawks. And back to man-to-man for the Steelhawks. Double team Kent. She gets it to Withers. Withers shot is long. And Ferguson now, she'll take up the point for the Steelhawks. Graubarger now getting it to Nero. Nero. She'll drive. Her shot is up, and she's fouled. Nice job by Nero that time. Driving to the net aggressively, forcing the foul by the Knights, and now she'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, again, Ryan, it's a 15-point game like we talked about, but again, you can easily make the argument this is not a 15-point game, right? If Superior Heights had a couple shots go down, they're still in this basketball game, and it's a closer game than what it looks like. So, I think if you're Coach Della Penta and Coach Shackleton, you can't be that upset. You just, have to your point, it is the 5th game of the season, but if they can keep improving, if they can keep making these steps and making some strides, they'll, they could upset some teams come playoff time.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Kent now, she goes strong.
What a move.
And she finishes at the rim for 2. Ferguson now, she brings it over half. St. Mary St. Mary's still in their 2-3 zone. Nice pass on
What
that
a
second
play.
cut by Sadie Graubarger. Nice job there by Nero. Back come the Knights. Noble skips it to Withers. Withers now to Kent. Kent squares up. Good defense by Sadie. And the 2-3 zone comes up big for the Steelhawks in that possession. Now looking to hit it ahead, and again, you can't have that at this point of the ball game, and Steelhawks just throw it out of bounds there, and it'll be St. Mary's ball. Kent will take a break. Edgar will take a break.
Just like to remind everybody that we will be announcing the Domino's Pizza and Team Essentials Player of the Game at the conclusion of today's basketball game. The Player of the Game will receive a T-shirt, a Player of the Game T-shirt on behalf of Team Essentials, and a free medium pizza courtesy of Domino's Pizza. So we'd like to thank Team Essentials and Domino's Pizza for their continued support of high school athletics here in Sault Ste. Marie. We'd also just like to thank a couple other of our sponsors. Elite 8 Basketball Academy, which is hosted by Ryan Lillington. The Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, the Algoma District School Board, KISS 100.5, Country 104.3, Freeze Frame Photos at www.saultsports.smugmug.com. We'd also like to thank the GFL Memorial Gardens, and like we mentioned earlier, Domino's Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials. So thank you all for your continued sponsorship of high school athletics.
Senecal now with the left hand is off. And Broussard with the rebound, and back come the Steelhawks. Ferguson now, she'll have it at the top. She finds Graubarger now, kicks it back out to Ferguson, and her shot is off. Rebounded by Graubarger. Allard to Graubarger. She gets it to Nero, back to Graubarger. Swings over to Broussard. Broussard now, she drives hard. And her shot is off and rebounded by Noble. And here she goes to push the pace. She'll slow it down. Magley now.
What a pass by Magley.
And one. Nice job by Magley to find Senecal down low. And she makes no mistake. Makes the bucket. And she's fouled. And she'll go to the line for the three-point play.
Yeah, beautiful pass there inside by Magley. As it looks like we have a timeout being called here with 3:21 to play, and St. Mary's holding on to a 42-25 lead.
Yeah, so what has been a 17-point lead for most of this game. Superior Heights looks like they have life. They get it to about 11. They haven't been able to crack, the 10-point deficit yet here in the second half. And every time Superior Heights seems to get some life, St. Mary's comes up with a nice defensive stop, and then a basket in transition, or a nice pass there by Magley to Senecal. And now we're right back up to a 17-point lead. And with 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go, it's going to take a minor miracle here for Superior Heights to come back in this one, but certainly going to give it everything they can. And we're just discussing now the players of the game for both teams, and certainly Tony, just a lot of players to mention on both teams, but certainly Ashley Noble name comes up every time she plays, and I'm sure she'd be tired. She'd be tired of pizza if she got it every single game. And certainly other players on the Knights have stepped up, played well. You mentioned her numerous times tonight. Kira Candace had an extremely strong game. And, her presence has been felt on both sides of the floor. And Maya Ferguson on Superior Heights has played a strong game for her team. And of course, Sadie Graubarger's, again, playing well for the Steelhawks. Taya Shackleton, certainly in the mix as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll announce the player of the game with about a minute to play here in the game, as St. Mary's goes to the line here for one, and the shot's just off the mark. Back to Noble. And that'll be a foul called against Superior Heights. So St. Mary's will take the ball with 3:13 to play.
Noble now, she'll get it to Senecal. Senecal has the ball up top. She gets it to Withers. Withers. Back to Senecal. Senecal's looking for a teammate. Decides to keep it herself. She drives. She shoots. She's short. And the rebound by Sadie Graubarger. Graubarger now. Swings it back around. She cuts through. Looks to post up. But doesn't. Swings all the way back around the other side. Her three is up. And just a little short. And nice rebound there by Noble. She kicks it ahead to Magley. Magley keeps it in bounds, gets it back to Noble. Noble pump fake, drive, off the mark. Rebounded by Senecal. She's off. Another rebound. And back come the Steelhawks. They need a bucket here in a desperate way. Nice job there by Sadie Graubarger. The hit ahead to Shackleton. She goes up strong. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, nice job here by Superior Heights. They're obviously not letting up here early or letting up late in this game, down by 17 points. And again, the thing is I think this isn't a game that Superior Heights necessarily needs to hang their head about and think, oh no, like, you know, we lost by, 15 to 20 points, whatever it's going to be. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but their shooting percentage in tonight's game might be at 25%, right? And even if you can raise that up just a little bit, this is a one-score game, a single-digit loss. So, again, it's something that you can improve on, and there are some positives that you can take if you are Superior Heights.
Yeah, no doubt. But again, if you're going to beat this high-powered St. Mary's team, you're going to certainly have to play close to flawless and certainly cut down on your mistakes. And another nice drive there by Zachary, and she finishes to get her point total close to double digits, and there'll be another timeout here.
With 1-4.
Certainly probably a tournament or two for each team, so there's going to be lots of basketball left for these players.
Yeah, I'm excited to be around down the stretch here for this girls basketball league.
Magley for three.
Makes that. But yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see how this league's going to progress, and I'm excited to see how these teams kind of, some adjustments that they make and some improvements that we see these teams make over the last 4 games of the season going into the playoffs. And, I think we're going to be in for some excitement down the stretch, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Urquhart into the game for the Steelhawks with 27 seconds left to go in the game. And Ferguson now, she drives, and her shot is just off the mark. And the clock will now run out. I don't think the Knights are going to take any more shots. Nobody's going to foul anybody. And the final score will be the Knights 47 and the Steelhawks 28. Oh, the bench wanted the girls to shoot one more time, but Coach Segoto was like, no, girls, no more shots. Yeah. And the Knights improved to 5-0 with a 47-28 win over the Steelhawks. Again, my name is Ryan Lillington, joined by Tony Bonafero, cameraman Chris Carr, the superstar, and Jay Hauslander in studio. Saultsports wants to thank their sponsors and everyone around the province and beyond for tuning in and watching on your favorite screen. We'll see you next week at White Pines as the Superior Heights Steelhawks will face the White Pines Wolverines at White Pines Collegiate. See you then.